We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Ready. Turbo one hard.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. You talk about this Titan defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A couple of Alabama guys here. 2 and a Waddle for the Miami first.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
All right, come on. Winning team.
Looking to pass. Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now, Ward. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now Ward. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Hand off to Spears. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Ward. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
15-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Number 2, ice jam. Up.
Again, running right, A-Chain. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
20, TX.
Now Tua. And they're going deep for Hill. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Winston. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up. and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing is Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Robinson on the tackle. It's 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Let's go now. Warriors, 70 Lions, 79 Broncos.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
To throw is Ward. That one's taken in by Spears. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw, here's Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He finds Pickens over the middle. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready. Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Here's Ward. This pass caught at the 4. 3 yards is the game that time. 2nd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd and 4. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on 2nd down to bring up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Moore. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Time 57 yards the official distance, and it'll be Titan football
at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point, and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Spears with another carry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
18, Cardinals, 18, tight end.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the gun, here's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. They got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ward. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60.
Looking to throw. More. And they'll get this down to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
But don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he's down to number...
And they're going to get it. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
65.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
60 bicep. Cut bicep. Bronco 80. Warrior 70. Ready, right?
Back to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Hardy on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
So just 8 kicks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
70, 70. 18, Mustang 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Moore. A final shot before break. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
19 yards. And the Titans first down.
Cowboy 80.
And here's a give to Spears. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I have to think a major major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
For the field goal, a 60-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Running right, here's Achane. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Open man is Waddle complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Tua going to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turning away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Moore. Rush coming in. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Well, he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick slant. Tyreek Hill with it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the field.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. That's complete to DK. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the gun again to Spears. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Ward. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Titans on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Right there, hurt. Buffalo 18. Cut 19. 7 Pirates.
In motion comes the tight end left. Out of the gun, Ward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Ward. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check that, check that. Come on, come on.
And now a run to Spears. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Ward. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
To throw is Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. Finds Pickens out right. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ready,
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chimere Dike from 4 yards out. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Ready, shot.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa. Blitz coming and down he goes. Here comes 2nd down.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 20-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing Tua. Throw caught by Achane. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
And see if you get to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Gain of 17 yards. It's 4th down.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here we go. This is 4th down. Tua. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Let's see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Ready up.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go ahead.
Here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Yeah, hit it. Ice jam. Ice jam.
Now Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
All right, go ahead, go.
Here's Tua. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ready. Wait, team. Wait. Turbo 2, ice jab. Ice jab. Turbo 2, ice jab. Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Kevin Winston. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is